Hi you guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla. I'm a licensed esthetician and I try to post as many videos as I can to help you guys share what knowledge I do know. I'm still learning a lot, but we're on this journey together. I also share a lot of information on social media, so I'll put my personal Instagram and then my business Instagram, and I also offer virtual appointments for anyone that maybe does not live in Michigan. 80% of your corrective skincare and reaching your skin goals is done at home. Only 20% is done in clinic, like with treatments. You can definitely improve your skin virtually, and I have also done it. So yeah, so today I thought that I would talk about the state board and how to pass the state board. I got a question about how I passed my state board and any tips or tricks that I could give, and I went to Aveda, so I have one experience, if that makes sense. So I do think what I have to offer can be helpful, but I also think it would be helpful if we continued the conversation down in the comments and you guys can share your experiences and share tips and tricks and things like that to help the next person. Just a little background for those of you guys that do not know. I went to Aveda here in Michigan. I went to the Royal Oak campus. My first tip before even scheduling the exam, taking the exam, paying for the exam, anything, is when you are getting close to graduation. At least this is how it worked at my school. When you're getting close to graduation, you meet with a counselor, you fill out all your documentation, you set up your account with the state to be able to take the test and pay for it, blah blah blah. One thing that they told us is if you want to get the test done quickly after you graduate, which I 100% recommend, if you want to get it done quickly, one of the biggest ways to ensure that is to make sure that your information is filled out correctly the first time. They always told us that if it's not correct, they're putting you all the way to the back. You are not, a resubmission is just, you're going all the way to the back. So I would say a way to speed up the process of even being able to schedule the exam, because all your documents and everything have to be processed before you are able to even schedule the exam. At least here in Michigan, I would say make sure all your information is filled out correctly the first time. Double check, triple check. It's super important. You guys know anything that you do with the state and stuff can just take forever, so just to avoid certain situations like that, I would say do your part in making sure all your information is filled out correctly from the beginning. Take the exam as soon as possible, and by that I mean I graduated a Monday. I've said this before. I graduated a Monday. I took my state board on a Friday. I took the first part, which is the theory. It's broken up into two parts, at least here in Michigan, the theory and the practical. Take it as soon as you can. Do not put it off. Do not wait. That's probably my biggest piece of advice, is to take it while all the information is fresh in your brain, because the more time passes by, you start forgetting about little stuff here and there. And I would just say take it as soon as possible while everything is fresh. I would also say during your time at school to take things seriously, take the schoolwork, take all of that stuff seriously, because it will be on your state board. There was something from every single chapter on the written part of my state board. So I think taking that stuff seriously, actually making sure you understand it, this is what you want to go into. If you're serious about it, taking time to put in the work to make sure you understand it as it goes, so it's not before the state board you're catching up on a whole program worth of information, if that makes sense. Just learn it while it goes, so it's not as hard and it's not cramming. The advice that I have for the written portion is at Aveda we have Aveda Pro or Aveda something, where they have like different versions of the state board, the written part of the state board. They have different versions of it, and I think it's like 4 different versions. It's 100 questions, which is typically what the state board is. It's like 106. It's like a couple above 100. I just kept taking those over and over and over again. You can check to see if your school offers something like that, but yeah, Aveda offered basically like practice state boards, and I just kept taking those over and over again, and then I kept taking all of the unit tests over and over again. Like I just kept doing it until I got it right. Maybe my biggest piece of advice is if your school has like a mock practice test of the state board, your school offers something like that, because that was really helpful for me, and it was very similar to what the actual exam was. So I would definitely say take advantage of that. As far as the practical, I would say that Aveda did an extremely good job at preparing us for state board. We practice the practical, which is the hands-on part of the exam. We practice it step by step multiple times. Like it was actually a grade for us. So I just think keep doing that over and over. I know it's annoying to like be using the actual materials and using the actual stuff, but I would say practice it exactly how you're going to do it. Don't skip steps, don't shorten steps. But even that muscle memory, like I would just be like, okay, it's time for this. And also another huge tip I have is when you are in the room taking the test, 1, it's intimidating. 2, focus on you. I remember watching this girl that was doing something completely different from me, like kind of just like noticing it out the corner of my eye, and it started making me second guess what I was doing. And it's like, no, I know that I'm doing this right. So like just focus on you. It's actually like, I think you get like kicked out if they see that you're looking at someone else, but you know how you just kind of like can see out the side like, oh, she's doing something completely different. But just believe in yourself, believe in what you have practiced. Tunnel vision, just zone out, do what you've been practicing. Like don't focus on the other person, because I passed, you know, like I passed doing what I knew to do. So yeah, I would definitely just say focus on you, girl. That's like all the tips I really can think of off the top of my head. If you have any more specific questions, I'll try to answer those in the comments. But again, if you are a licensed esthetician, you passed your state board, leave your experience down in the comments so other people can take from it. If you are preparing to take your state board, you're going to do fine. Believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities, believe in your knowledge, and believe that you have this in the bag, because you do. And if you don't pass it the first time, that's okay too. You can just take it again and come harder next time. But don't let your nerves knock you off your game, and don't let your nerves like make you make mistakes that you know what you're already doing. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. Say a little prayer if you have to. I'll say a little prayer for you. I hope you all pass that's watching this. If you have any more specific questions, like I said, leave it down in the comments. But that is pretty much like the main basic things I would tell you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you guys want to see down in the comments. I want to be as helpful as possible. And yeah, there are also like some other licensed SDs that are in my comments sometimes, so use them as resources too. Like, we're all a community, we're all here together, you know. So yeah, I hope that was helpful, at least somewhat. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And if you're taking your state board, you got this. Believe that, know that, feel that, receive that. You got it. You got it. Bye, you guys.